Unraveling the hidden triggers of brain disease, understanding the silent cascade of destruction. Welcome to Empowered Living, one step at a time with HIW. Our goal is to support your wellness journey with research-backed insights, helping you navigate the expanding world of health and wellness, an area too often sidelined in favor of economics and politics. Taking responsibility for our wellness is an act of empowerment, and every step toward understanding it brings us closer to true well-being. We invite you to stay for the disclaimer at the end of this podcast, which provides important context for the information shared. The silent process behind brain disease. Many neurological disorders, from Alzheimer's and Parkinson's to multiple sclerosis and ALS, don't appear suddenly. Instead, they develop over decades with early warning signs often overlooked. The role of environmental toxins in brain degeneration. Glyphosate, Roundup, found in foods, water, and even air, glyphosate is linked to neurological inflammation and excitotoxicity. Studies show it accumulates in body tissues, including the brain, where it triggers immune overactivation and oxidative stress. Heavy metals, aluminum and mercury. These metals accumulate in brain tissue, disrupting neural communication and triggering immune system priming, leading to neuroinflammation. Pesticides and herbicides. Exposure during pregnancy or early life dramatically increases the risk of developing neurological diseases later in life. Key study, research published in Surgical Neurology International found that exposure to toxins in early development can permanently alter immune function, increasing vulnerability to Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and mental health disorders later in life. The two-hit hypothesis, how brain diseases develop. The two-hit hypothesis explains how exposure to toxins, infections, or inflammation during early life primes the brain for disease, which may not develop until a second exposure or stressor triggers it. Example: Parkinson's disease. First hit, a fetus is exposed to a low level of pesticides or heavy metals in utero. No symptoms appear at birth. Second hit, decades later, exposure to more toxins, chronic inflammation, or an infection leads to Parkinson's symptoms emerging. This model also explains why Alzheimer's, autism, and schizophrenia may originate before birth but emerge later in life. Key study, a Journal of Neuroinflammation study found that maternal immune activation during pregnancy, such as viral infections or exposure to toxic chemicals, significantly increases the risk of neurodevelopmental disorders like autism and schizophrenia. How a primed immune system fuels brain disease. The brain's immune cells, microglia, are designed to protect neurons. However, chronic low-level immune activation turns them into destructive forces, overproducing inflammatory chemicals and excitotoxins. What primes the immune system? Vaccines in early childhood. Overstimulation of the immune system may increase the risk of chronic brain inflammation. Toxic metals, aluminum and mercury, found in vaccines, processed foods, and the environment, these metals accumulate in brain tissue. Chronic infections and leaky gut, bacterial toxins from the gut can cross into the brain, triggering inflammation. Key study, research and frontiers in neuroscience found that once microglia are primed by toxins or infections, even a mild immune challenge later in life can trigger a destructive neurodegenerative process. Protecting the brain, nutrients and strategies for prevention. 1. Reducing brain inflammation and excitotoxicity. Blue-top brain protective nutrients curcumin plus piperine reduces neuroinflammation and blocks excitotoxicity. Quercetin and apigenin, found in onions, apples, and parsley, these calm overactive immune responses. Omega-3s, DHA and EPA, protects neurons from damage and reduces inflammation. Key study, a Journal of Neurochemistry study found that curcumin suppresses inflammation-driven brain damage and improves cognitive function in neurodegenerative disease models. 2. supporting brain detoxification. Top nutrients for heavy metal detox: glutathione and N-acetylcysteine, NAC, remove mercury, aluminum, and pesticides from the brain. Silymarin, milk thistle, and R-lipoic acid support liver detoxification to clear out neurotoxins. Cilantro and chlorella help remove heavy metals from the body. Key study: a toxicology report study found that NAC accelerates the removal of heavy metals from the brain and reduces oxidative damage. Third, strengthening the blood-brain barrier and gut health. Gut-brain connection: how leaky gut affects the brain. Zinc and vitamin D strengthen the gut lining, reducing inflammation that affects the brain. Probiotics and prebiotics balance gut bacteria, preventing neurotoxin leakage into the brain. Luteolin and resveratrol, found in grapes, celery, and berries, these reduce gut inflammation and support brain health. Key study: the Journal of Clinical Investigation found that a leaky gut can increase inflammation in the brain, leading to cognitive decline and neurodegeneration. Final thoughts: a proactive approach to brain health. Blue key takeaways: neurodegenerative diseases don't happen overnight. They develop over decades due to toxin exposure, immune priming, and gut-brain dysfunction. Prevention starts early. Supporting detoxification, reducing inflammation, and optimizing brain nutrients can slow disease progression. Targeted nutrition can protect the brain. Combining curcumin, omega-3s, quercetin, and glutathione offers a powerful defense against neurodegeneration. By making informed choices today, you can support brain resilience and long-term cognitive health. Podcast disclaimer: this podcast is for informational purposes only and should not be considered medical advice. Always consult with a qualified healthcare professional before making any decisions about your health, diet, or supplement use. The information shared is based on available research and discussions in the medical and scientific community. We encourage you to explore multiple sources and make informed choices that align with your well-being. We appreciate you spending this time with us. If today's episode resonated with you, feel free to share it, follow us for more, and continue walking your wellness path, one step at a time.